Hello again. It's time for another installment of Me and Rosie. If there is one thing I simply cannot overstate, it's the way in which me and Rosie both care about all things delicate, fragile, sensitive, beautiful, mindful. Like when Rosie and her lover Doris and I shoot up narcotics every morning. We think about and talk. We talk about all kinds of things. We are aware, we are mindful that lesser mortals are unaware of their full sensual potential. We, Doris, I think, Rosie, I'm certain. I mean, I know me. I know myself best of all. I appreciate, like a haiku, the gentlest, simplest, Occam's razor-like, thin slice into the way it feels to experience a snail attempting to purchase a vaulting pole from a tall Anglo-Saxon hardware dealership. That was not a haiku. That's not a haiku. That was the plot of a haiku I read. I was reading a book of haiku. I forgot the title I can't remember the title or the author's name of this. I was reading haiku, and what I just said was the plot line to a 17-syllable traditional haiku. I just mean to explain me, Rosie, Doris too, appreciate the beauty in simple things, immaterial. See, a thing does not have to be tangible to be ideal. That's important. We'll get to that. This is one of those places where people have been dead for years and they just come back, We're able to perceive souls hanging out with us. We're spiritual. We're on a high spiritual plane here 8 miles west of West Virginia on a filthy dirt road in the shack we landed up in. Together. One morning I was meditating about Doris's brother, Mike Spuke, the man who had caused such difficulty earlier in my career. My private life and career was damaged by that evil bastard, but I'm not holding I am. I'm really angry with the man, but sometimes when I do my morning meditation after shooting up, I count a few reasons to forgive and forget, and to mime conventional Judeo-Christian ethics, mime them, pretend. For moments when I'm meditating, I picture in my mind being capable of common Judeo-Christian ethics. Somehow I feel this nausea, this frivolous kind of feeling, as if I was attempting something unimportant and yet ritualized. I'm trying to come to terms with that feeling. I haven't really. I'll be discussing that emotional problem I'm having with Rosie and Doris next time we get together at the kitchen table to shoot up some dilaudid. I was going to talk about the syringe Rosie, my common-law wife. She's a sensitive, beautiful soul. Her eyes are like flint. She's half Native American and half Irish. She has a vicious temper. This is why it's so fortunate she's addicted to narcotics. Everything's just fine between us. She's sensitive, understanding about certain things other people would never grasp. Our syringe. She used to be a nurse. She bought from a friend of hers the most beautiful, big, generous glass syringe with a long, thick needle it'll never wear out. It reminds me of a priceless Romanov Dynasty samovar, except it's just a common shot syringe. Well, it's glass with these wonderful scissor-like finger holes. It looks like the device. Have you ever saw this old science fiction movie about the amazing colossal man? It's a science fiction movie from the 1950s. It changed the way I thought. When I was a little kid, my dad, my mother, and father would give me LSD on a sugar cube, and we'd all watch science fiction movies together. And Mom and Dad would take notes on how I behaved, and it was a very important part of my upbringing. And we were watching this movie from the 1950s on the television called The Amazing Colossal Man. And in it, this man was exposed to nuclear radiation when there was an accidental nuke blast. The man was accidentally, no one's fault, splashed with nuclear waste. And as a consequence, he was mutated. He began growing. He grew to 50 horrifying, ugly feet with his face partially blown off. He was an ugly brute, 50 feet tall. It was a black and white science fiction movie. Wonderful movie. I watched it many times. In one scene, they capture the guy. He's killing people. He's a bastard. He gets steroids into some asshole, and they start punching people. He beat their wife. Nothing like that happens down here in West Virginia. Me and Rosie aren't like that, I can tell you. Doris wouldn't do any shitty like that. But the amazing colossal 50-foot man was doing shitty things. And to alleviate the problem, a 6-foot-long shot syringe was prepared. It was just like the one Rosie bought for us. They fill it with tranquilizers, something like what we're using, only different, just different time, different place, different drugs. Excuse me, coughing. 2 men charge with the shot syringe, full speed, on foot, with the 6-foot shot syringe, ram it into the amazing colossal man's ankle. He grimaces. They push the plunger. They inject the guy with, knockout drops. They Mickey Finn the guy in the leg with a 6-foot glass shot syringe, knocking out the amazing colossal man. And that's the beginning of science with which to correct the problem they had. Anyhow, we have problems too right now. We sure as fuck don't have 50-foot men walking around, or women. We have souls. We have errant, fucked up souls living near us, and we're in constant contact. Rosie, I don't know about Doris. Doris is a little different from us. She's not the same thing as me and Rosie. I'm a free thinker, thank heavens. A libertarian, liberal, progressive. I'm a humanist. I'm open to universalist, elementalist. I'm open to all possibilities. Like the love affair between my common-law wife, Rosie, and Doris, our long-term house guest, for instance. It's beautiful. It's a learning experience. We all share from that lovely, generous glass shot syringe. We all share, when we're all our guests. We all inject Dilaudid throughout the day from the same great big glass shot syringe, and it's beautiful. As beautiful as a Romanoff Samovar sold at auction at goddamned Christie's or fucking Sotheby's or wherever A-list WASP type people sell their shit when they're going broke and down the suey hole. Me and Rosie, we had our trouble up in Pittsburgh, and we escaped. We ran to West Virginia. We're much happier. We're doing just fine for now. We'll be having some problems up the road as we run out of narcotics. But for right now, we're flush with a gallon of Dilaudid. We're sharing it with the wealthy, attractive A-list from Pittsburgh into personality, Doris Spuke. I'm in the process of forgiving her evil, shitty brother, Mike Spuke. We have some other problems on the horizon, but we're dealing with them. So look forward to more episodes of me and Rosie. Thanks for listening.